No credit say, you know, commerce, commerce, no credit commerce or can might offend, but unless I'm trying to offend my people, they can't, your neighbors. When you do something and they come in, they take charge of it.
All right, it's a lovely Monday. All right, we are a few days away to the end of September, but glad tidings and blessings to each and everyone on this Pan-African bars. I am your host. I love to be called Oluwa TJ Emeka Imaswen, and then follow away. Let's cook a Pan-African content for the day. Today is exclusive. This morning actually I love to gist. I love to go around the internet, go about the internet, research and look at, what is bubbling up. And I saw this one, yesterday was, should I say yesterday? Saturday was Sarkodie's Rapaholic concert. He brought the addition to Kumasi, the second largest capital in Ghana. And it was a nice atmosphere. Personally, I feel like this is the best Ghanaian artists can do. Unite, too much segregation, gatekeeping. You know our industry how it is. So if you are too real and factual, you don't really base your judgment and you don't belong there because your spirit irritates the industry. But it is what it is. Well, after the event, he had to, throng on to social other media, platforms and then thank the goodwill people for their support. And then whilst on board, he was asked a question about Afrobeats. All right. Now, the question was in line with Ghana's contribution and Ghana being part and even Ghana pioneering Afrobeat. We know this narrative, right? It's been over our space. We fought it. We've dissected it. We've discussed it over and over. Now, Sarkodie expounded on the fact that anything Ghanaians start, Nigerians will take over because of how Nigerians have been brought up, because of their aura. And then also saying that, basically they pioneered Afrobeat from the host, Sarkodie had to respond to it. Or from the person, Mr. Bones, I know Mr. Bones, who asked this particular question, Sarkodie had to answer. I have a video. All right, it's basically in English with a blend of Twi. It was a mixed race of language, but I'll try to translate some of them. All right, let's watch this video. I'll be right back.
Afrobeats and back up. I know, so the likes of DJ Abrantier, yourself, Fuso DJs, yes. R2Bs. At a point in 2009, there were stages that you were mounted. But now, when the conversation about Afrobeats comes up, as a Ghanaian artist, you didn't even play a part in it. How does it make you feel, knowing very well that we were the pioneers to this?
Sometimes we have to even correct history. I brought Abranti on stage. I don't know if you saw when I did the 2 nights with composers. We didn't pass stage ever celebrating because I had to make them understand. The credit say, commerce, no credit commerce or can might offend, but unless I'm trying to offend my people, they can't. Your neighbors. When you do something and they come in, they take charge of it. So that's why I would want to also push it out there and say the whole ecosystem, not just musician. I'm on call for Abranti Ghana war or call a good position. He was able to secure me to do the Indigo. He was able to put, I think, out to be saying thing. Or to me, we have people who are there. Or more push my but the situation. Then it was a window for to get in. Can you imagine if he was still active at this point? Like I'm sure we all know, land the manager to seconds that day. So sometimes we need people like that in there. Yeah, artists now we can try, but with creative people it's a bit hard. But with people, whether being media or executives, directors, or more promoters near the end, they can, build that energy back. So we are praying that there will be a new generation with a new approach that can change the industry. But we
okay, so this is one of I feel the Afrobeat conversation is very boring. It has become boring. to listen to every day. People thinking that someone carved their genre from their own genre. Ghanaians thinking that okay, Afrobeat is a photocopy of hip life and high life. Okay, that is the narrative of Ghanaians, which has brought about a whole lot of confusion. Ghanaians, the popular narrative, the side narrative is Fela came here, listened to our music, and then cooked Afrobeat out of it. So indirectly, Ghanaians say they taught Nigerians Afrobeat. Hasha. Ghanaians, and this is something I do, and I say that it's difficult to be a Pan-Africanist because you have to dissect issues even when your own people are at it. You have to say it as it is. I don't do content to my line. I don't do content to jab my people. I only do content to be neutral. And you all know when it comes to any other African country, that's how I do it. I say it as it is. As it is. All right. I don't inflame the emotions positively of people to side with me. No, I say the topic. I say it as it is. You see, hip life was carved out of what? Ghanaian genre hip life, which was cooked and unearthed by Reggie Rackstone, was carved out of hip hop, right? Today, I just want to be blunt. It was carved out of hip hop, right? Okay? High life was a semblance or subset, also known as palm wine music, right? Fine. So it means that with every invention, something has to be carved out of something. I just want to lay the facts bare today, and then all these jargons and all these things where we want to feel fine will go away. If or supposedly they carved Afrobeat out of high life, and I'm not saying it's true. If they carved it, fine, they've carved something. All right, and I'm pissed. I'm actually bored, so I don't want to be emotional because I want to be. You can see I don't do this. I don't normally react this way. So I'm saying that if, and I'm using my words correctly, I'm not saying that Nigerians did Afrobeat out of high life. But I'm saying that if what Ghanaians are saying is true and they've carved out of it, fine. That is what they've been also able to produce, just as we also carve hip life out of hip hop. So they are reigning and ruling. So what's your fools? I want to know what Ghanaians fools are about. So because Nigerians brought about Afrobeat, now they should give the Afrobeat to them. Is it what we want? Okay, then Nigerians can give you Afrobeat and carve something new. But when they start that one too and they are winning, no wahala. Because now I can see that we want to be justified. We want to belong. We want to dominate. And we are not able to do that. We are not able to dominate. So now we want to belong. We want to be justified. As starting and then they come in to take over. All right. So this is my plea to my Niger people. Give them the Afrobeat. Start something new. Dominate with it. And let's see what they will come. And I know that as time goes on, things will evolve. Now Nigerians will bring a new genre. And what would we use as that, that case study to feel fine? That's the question of the day. And to my brother Sarkodie, you see, this is why I feel I sometimes side with Nigerians. When they see a Ghanaian in their space, they begin to feel this uneasiness because they know that after some time, the Ghanaian will come back and then use and say that, okay, and go to the other ditch. Will sound all roundy, like a roundabout, going about. All right. Sarkodie, let me know, what did we start that Nigerians dominate with it? What did we start? We started as Zonto, we messed up. And I'm saying that, I've said it on this channel, that go back, let's drop this ego sometimes we wear on our backs, and then go back and then collaborate with Nigerians in line with Azonto and see how it will fare. And they won't even do it because they will help Azonto thrive, and then when they hop on it, that narratives will come, theatrics from industry players, because I don't know, you see, it is hard. Because if you do it, if you say it, they will tell you, who are you? When did you pop up? Who you are? Nobody. This young boy, you don't even know anything. And they will tell you don't have facts. Sometimes I try to hit certain narratives, and they will tell you don't have facts. And here it is who started first. If you are young and you are coming, you don't have sense. So you see, I love Sarkodie. Factual. I know a lot of Nigerians love Sarkodie. But this particular narrative, just that word, anything Ghana starts, Nigerians take over or they dominate. My guy, it's not. All right. And you see, I'm glad some Ghanaians have been grateful. I'm glad, Dako has been grateful. Too Sweet Annan. I'm glad Majid Michelle has been grateful. I'm glad Eddie Watson, who is a Liberian but grew up in Ghana, grateful. I know the grateful ones, Jackie Apia, have been grateful. We need loads of these people because without them, this Nigerian bond would swell. Because I always say this our current generation, well, everything about us and Nigeria is a banter. From Ghana, I'm talking about the side of Ghana. Whereas Nigerians don't see it as much. Nigerians have given opportunities, countless opportunities to Ghanaians, and they are stabbed in the back afterwards. But because, you see, one thing I have learned about Nigerians, they do the good and they don't care what you do in return. They did the good because they were doing it and they will get their needed return somewhere. I just pray we have loads and loads of Ghanaians who will be grateful. All right, and for somebody to be grateful, he needs to be also have that giving spirit. All right, and needs to have that supportive spirit, collaborative spirit, to be grateful to somebody who wants to also extend that hand of collaboration and support. You need to have that. You need to be someone who also do that. So once you attract someone of the opposite side, you see somebody like you, so you are grateful. I don't know if I'm making sense. All right, I don't know if I'm making sense. It should be part of our daily life. Sarkodie, come again. I don't know if you were pushed to the edge, but come again, my guy, because you've had loads of collaborations with Nigerian artists. I can count them. Sorry, guys, I'm a bit emotional with this one. You saw how I'm expounding on this one. I'm a bit emotional, but it is what it is. Grateful to Nigerians, and I say I'm grateful to you for personally. That's my I always say I do not talk down on my country. I address issues as it is, and it's difficult because that's not how we were brought up to be Africans. It is what it is. Guys, subscribe. If this is your first time of being here, share this video and be part of this family. I have a second one. Hold on, stick and stay. I salute you and peace out.
Get ready, brace up for spunky new exclusive right here on this channel with Pan-African content, editorials, TJ's Kitchen, music video dissection, interviews, live session, movie breakdown, music, and more right here on this channel.